Hi, welcome to a rambling from me. This is not actually a constant analysis, it's just me sort of like sharing some thoughts with you as I go through the process of producing constant analyses reports for you. Um, I think the first thing that I'd like to start off with is just by talking about my style. One of my friends pulled me up on it today, and he says that it's rambling. That's just how I present. It takes so much time to actually produce a report. I'll spend like a day actually producing a report, and it really takes it out of me. It's especially the subjects that I cover because I actually go into how a person thinks and extract that from the speech. And with the subjects I cover all sorts of subjects, but it's usually very intense. For example, like a murderer, or a rapist, or even like a literary master, and they all. As you all know, if you've watched any of my analyses, they always have a marked effect on me. Um, which prevents me from doing what I want to really, which is um, producing more and more and more of these analyses, because it's just a wonderful gift to be able to delve into the speech of somebody that died 200 years ago, and explain exactly how they were feeling and what their situation was. It's a marvelous gift to be able to do that. Um, which sort of like brings me on to my next point, which is that um, oftentimes I personally feel like self doubt. I have to, because it's a relatively new discipline that I've developed, and nobody really knows about it. It's a case of I'm at, I've actually created the channel to this channel to actually provide proof of concept. To show that it does work. Um, and obviously, anybody who goes through the analyses, a sizable number of them, they will sort of like begin to see a pattern that the content that I provide actually matches the extracts that I choose. Um, but sometimes, you do yourself experience self doubt, um, and it's good sometimes to take a step back, and look at everything that you've done, and to give yourself a sense of validity for what you're actually doing. So yeah, I do sometimes experience self doubt. Um, I'm just looking at my points here to see to see what else that I wanted to say. Yeah, so I'd say that about covers it really. Yeah, it's very draining. It's a wonderful gift. I really enjoy doing it, and I just wish I could do more. Um, but human beings have limitations, and so like going back to the point about the presentation style, as I explained to my friend, it's a case of I mean, with YouTubers generally, because I'm a YouTuber, so I know the work that I put into my presentations, and perhaps people might think that it's not exactly brilliant because I'm here sat in my living room and I'm just speaking to a smartphone. Um, and what is this anyway? This Sky report that you produced, etc. Um, but that actually takes a lot of work, just that alone. And I know, like, for example, with a lot of YouTubers, they will actually script things, and then there's the post video editing and blah blah blah, all this type of stuff, and then there's like storage, and then they've got to. It's like a full business basically. And as I explained to my friend, I just don't have the luxury to do that. And I'm not that type of a person anyway. It's like I'm just like a rough and ready type of person. I just like to get things out. I'm not. What I try to sell myself on is the actual product. Which is really actually not me speaking. It's actually the report. The only reason I produce the videos is because A, to get it out there, and B, just to guide people through it. Pretty much like a lecturer would do. They guide the students through. Um, so I'm not really interested in presentation style or post editing. It's not my interest. If I was going to do that, I'd actually pay somebody outside to do that. Um, but as it is, that's just my style. So I try to sell myself on the product. The product actually does what it's supposed to. Um, So yeah, I think that was it. That's what I wanted to say. I had wanted to actually produce um, something like this, on a periodic basis, because I often get thoughts in my head. I get these things. I'm actually, because I'm going through a process, so there are sort of like meta things or things that surround what I'm doing, and that you see that I'd actually like to tell you about, which I find interesting. Um, and like until now, up until now I haven't had like a lot of things to actually say. There's no point in just making like a minute video on something, or perhaps there is. Um, Hence, I'm just making something now. So yeah, I hope you find that me interested in sharing that with you. And yeah, as usual, look forward to seeing you in the next consonant analysis, which hopefully should be, as I mentioned last time, it should be on an infamous murderer. So look forward to seeing you then. Have a nice day.